Well, hi, and welcome aboard once again. This is part 2 with AC, Win Cash with AC. This is the brand new show that we've got coming up. We're piggyback off of AC Fun Time Superstar, ran on Comcast for 6 years. Well, today we're not going to talk about Win Cash. You can go to Arthur Chisholm YouTube and view those videos as to how do you win the cash with AC if you catch me in the street. But right here, I'd like to talk about some things that we are dealing with, and we have invited some community leaders, state representatives, business owners, and some pastors, because I previously said we're not flesh and blood, we are spirits having an earthly experience. And what we have allowed ourselves to do is deviate from who we really are. We have allowed our flesh to control our life with cares of the world and responsibility, etc. But what we need to do is get back to it. And right about here, I'm going to say something that's going to sound kind of bold, but somebody's going to say, Arthur Chisholm, who you think you are, brother? Calling on these people don't recognize you. Excuse me. But what I say is these people are human beings. They're in the flesh, in the world, just like we are. And we all are fighting the same war. I'm talking to people like T.D. Jakes, Oprah. Yeah, yes, sir. Getting on out there. Denzel, Steve Harvey, and Tyler Perry, many others. These people are great influence in the community, to the public. And I don't think I know if either one of them decided to step to the plate, they would be a major influence to what needs to happen. Because right now we are fighting a war, and we are all in the same war, every last one of us. And if we don't step up to the plate and speak up, we're going to lose this war, because we're not getting younger. And we are not staying as we are. We are moving on. We in transition. The other generation is coming behind us. And personally, I'd like to be here to see some of the fruits that I've labored for, and be inspiration to the people that's coming behind us, be encouraging to them. Our ancestors did what they needed to do. They've gone. Now it's our turn. I can say no more about that. But I want to get back to talking about the scriptures. I started off and I stopped the fact we ran out of film. But many people don't really prefer dealing with the Bible, because they feel like the Bible this and the Bible was rewritten. Yes, I think it was in 1604. When King James had the Bible rewritten. Had the Bible kind of altered, and he left out the book of Thomas, and a lot of other things were left out of the Bible. But again, I still say the Bible tells a story about your life. Just kind of study it a bit. If you go in the book of Isaiah 28:10, it says line upon line, precepts about precepts, here, there, a little, until we can come to the full knowledge of the truth. That's what we are lacking. And right now, pastors can help, community leaders. They don't particularly have to come with scriptures, but they know what's going on behind the scenes. Our state representatives, our business owners, we want support, but we're going to have to speak to the people as to how can we give back. We're going to have to work together for what we claim we want. Are we just going to just dance to this dull song that has no beat, and we don't have a temple, and we're going to lose the war? Okay, as I can go on, in Galatians 3:3, Paul asked the people, Paul said, listen, y'all started well. Y'all were in the spirit when you started, because that's where we are. We are spiritual beings. Paul said, but now would you be so foolish to want to finish in the flesh? How foolish can you be? The flesh is an enemy against the spirit. So now, think about that. Oh man, if I can go on and I'll go to 2 Kings 7:14. The people were outside the village. And they said, well, look, if we stay here, we're going to perish. But if we go down there, we might live. Well, the people decided to make a decision to go down. And that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to decide to speak up and stop being afraid, because they're killing us when we don't even speak up. They're taking our rights. Listen, when you call on the telephone I've already went through that. I'm not going to repeat that. We're just losing jobs. We're losing opportunity. We're losing everything that that the Creator gave us authority over. We're just losing it because we won't speak up, and we are afraid, and some of us are being paid to work against the spirit of the living Creator. That's just a fact. And I've invited some, like I said, the community leaders, pastors, business owners, our state representatives, and they have committed to come aboard. And I hope they stand up, such as they said they would, and come and speak their hearts and speak their minds with a priority plan of how they see what's going on behind the scenes and what they feel that needs to be done. Now, some of them are going to say some things that's not going to line up with the next one, but we're not going to bring them all on together because we don't want a turmoil and a big misunderstanding. But each one of them have a voice, and we want each one of them to speak. And you need to decide what's right and where do we need to go from here, because we do need to make a decision. We're at a crossroad, and we've got to move forward, or we're going to perish. Listen, I'm going to cut this right here because I don't want it to be long. People's attention span is short. But number 3, part 3 is coming up. Stay tuned, AC. And you can win cash with me if you come up with the answer to the question. Go to Arthur Chisholm YouTube, and it'll give you all of the information as to how you can win that cash if you've got the correct answer. We'll check you on part 3.